we only had one. That's the biggest thing. We had a couple more losses now. This team, they've changed. We've changed. We're doing some more things scheme-wise and personnel-wise. Probably a little bit more banged up than the last time we met them. Hopefully the next time we meet Calgary, it's on a full week and not on a short week.
Are we going to see Ian Neufeld on Saturday?
That's still an up-in-the-air decision right now. If they come in, and we'll talk about it more on walkthrough day, if they feel that they can go, then that's something that we may look at. But the other guys have taken reps in their spots.
Did you see something on tape that you felt that Van Hina needed a rest at this point?
Yeah, well, he's a young guy. He's played a lot of football, and like I said, he has a couple of nicks and bruises. So does Neufeld, and you got to look at the long term. Sometimes you can grind it out, but we have good backup guys. Dan Clark, all those guys, they can come in best, and we'll get the job done with those guys.
Is it a matter of a point too, where they haven't gone through the grind of a pro season really before, considering most of the CIS isn't nearly as long?
It's only been 7 games right now. It's more so that, with the back-to-back weeks, those are things take a toll. But the biggest thing is just making sure that we have him healthy for the long term, not just for 1 week.
You talked the other day about maybe guys might play that don't get a lot of practice reps. What kind of an impact would that have on an offensive line?
Well, the one thing with Chris Sweet does a very good job with him mentally. And, we would hope it doesn't get to that. But, all it takes is a couple of reps. We're not running too many different things. There's only so much you're going to do in the run game. Either you're running the ball or you're pass protecting with the O-line, in my mind. And we've played this team before, so they're very familiar with it.
Should Drew Willie have to play right now? What is his state of readiness?
Drew Willie? Very smart guy. Very smart guy. Like I said, I like to have more wins so that Drew can play right now, because I think Drew, he's very adequate in everything that he does in practice. He's on the money. He's a very professional guy, and he's going to be a good quarterback in this league.
Do you see an opportunity for JT down the road anyway?
Same thing. Like I said, I like being in the bind that we're in. Almost today, I almost wanted to give JT a couple of reps too at number 2, just because, and that's something we're going to look forward to as going, just to make sure that both guys are actual number 2s.
With the guys that are all banged up on the O-line, how worrisome is that? I mean, you want guys to step in necessarily, but I mean, you've got a lot of new faces conceivably and other guys that are on the limp note.
Well, the thing about it, if you look at whether it be Edmonton, BC, and different teams that we played, they've changed their O-line, and of course you want to lick your chops, but at the end of the day, they're just as good as the other guys that played. We wouldn't have them around if we didn't think that they could play. Would it be in and out of that position personnel? But the biggest thing is there's always a threat of turning someone loose or something at the middle. But I think protection-wise, there's things that we can do to help the young guys out.
Is it good to finally see the 3 guys that were expected to be in the middle at the start of the year?
Yeah. It's fun to see them. Like I said, I'd like to, see them from game 1 all the way through and have a little bit more chemistry in there. But, Bessa did a good job by playing 2 spots for us, and Dom is back. So, if we get all those guys 100% healthy, I think we'll be good. Like I said, there's a couple of nicks and bruises, but we'll be all right in there.
Does Yoann Asiata maybe bring a little more nasty to the line than Patrick Neufeld does?
There's different things. They're different type athletes. One's a big, powerful guy, and the other guy's more of a finesse guy, more of a long, lean tackle. So with either guy, I think we could still win. So I'm pleased with what Johan does.
You had him at guard previously. What kind of a impact is it on him to try to get back to playing time?
Well, he's a guard tackle type guy. We've worked him in tackle this year, and he's worked some with in the pro camps that he's been in. He's a guy that can play both. He's a very athletic guy for his size, and he's very strong, and he has good feet for his size. So I know that he can play that position. The guard is his natural position, but he can play tackle also.
What's the mood of your team, Corey? Are they shaken, confident, not confident? What do you sense?
The one thing I sense is like the guys said, just have fun. When you look at it, you look overall, whether we look at film, there's a lot of good things that we're doing. We don't have the mark of a losing team that is just so bad that you can't stand it. I think this is a team that's getting better, and I think they know that. And each day just continue to preach to them and let them know that we're going to continue to do the little things right, and sooner or later it'll turn around for us. We've had some bad breaks here and there, whether it being a young team or just luck. But right now I think they're mentally focused, and they got to go out and win a game.
Is there added pressure on this game, or is it just another game given the 4-game slide here?
Well, the thing about it is you want to win every game. And the one thing I'm not doing is putting pressure, because we know what pressure does to anyone. The biggest thing is we know you have to win. That's always been our goal. We're not going to get tight about it. We're not going to get upset and get too frustrated. Like I told the guys today, no one's perfect, nothing's perfect. Just asking these guys for their best, and if that's not their best, continue to get better.